Hello students, I am Assistant Professor Vishakha Kadam from Professor Sambhajirao Kadam College, Deur. Today's lecture is for B.Sc Part 2nd, Mathematics Introductory Lecture of course Real Analysis First. This is first lecture of Semester 3rd, Paper 5. In this lecture, we will learn about course objective, course contents, practicals based on this paper, and question paper pattern. Firstly, we see the course objectives of this paper. Upon successful completion of this course, the students will be able to understand the types of functions and how to identify them. Second is use of mathematical induction to prove various properties. Third is understand the basic ideas of real analysis. Fourth is prove the order properties of real numbers, completeness property and the Archimedean property. The next we see the units of this paper. The first unit is functions and countable sets. In this unit, first point is sets. Here we see the revision of the basic notations in the sets. Also, we see the operations on the sets, that is union, intersection, complement, relative complement, Cartesian product of sets and relations. The next point in this unit is functions. Here we see the definitions of function, domain, codomain, range, graph of function, direct image and inverse image of the subset under the function. Examples of direct image and inverse image of the subset. Also, we see the theorems based on the concept of union, intersection and complement. Also, we see the definitions of injective function, subjective and bijective function, inverse and composite function, restrictions and extension of the functions. Also, we see the theorems and examples based on this concept. The next point in this unit is mathematical induction. Firstly, we see that principle of mathematical induction. It is also known as well ordering property of natural numbers. Again, we see the principle of mathematical induction and principle of strong induction. Also, we see the examples of both mathematical inductions. The next point in this unit is countable sets. Here we see the definitions of denominable sets, countable sets and uncountable sets. Also, we see the examples of denominable sets, set of natural number, set of integers, set of even number and odd natural numbers. Also, we see the theorems based on the countable set, denominable sets and uncountable sets. Also, we see the corollaries and examples based on these concepts. The second unit of this paper is real numbers. In this unit, firstly we see the algebraic and order properties of real number. Here we see the algebraic properties of real numbers. Also, theorems based on algebraic properties of real numbers and corollaries on the theorem. The next point in this unit is inequality. Here we see the arithmetic geometric mean inequality and Bernoulli's inequality. The next point in this unit is absolute value and neighborhood. Here we see the definition of absolute value of real number, also theorems based on this concept. Also we see the theorem of triangle inequality and corollaries depend on the theorem, also examples on the inequalities. Here we see the definitions of epsilon neighborhood and its theorem. The next point in this unit is completeness property of real number. Here we see the definition of lower bound, upper bound of subset of real number, bounded set, supremum and infimum properties. Also we see the completeness property of real number. Here we see the application of the supremum property. Again we see the theorem and corollaries of Archimedean properties. Also we see the theorem of density. The next point in this unit is intervals. Here we see the characterization theorem. The next point in this lecture is practicals based on the paper 5. There are few practicals which is based on paper 5 such that eigenvalue and eigenvector. Second, Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Third, range of function, image and inverse image of subset. Fourth is types of function, and last is mathematical induction. Lastly we see the question paper pattern of this paper. There are total 15 marks, in which question first is multiple choice question for 10 marks, 1 marks to each question or sometimes 2 marks for each question. And question second is attempt any 2 out of 3 for 20 marks. And our last question is attempt 4 out of 6 for 20 marks. In this way, we conclude my lecture. Thank you.